B-list actress Blake Lively and her husband, Ryan Reynolds, are not going to be pleased when they find this out.
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all.
Spare no expense. We are not going to be intimidated into settling.
She played with fire, and now she got burned. This isn't going to end well for you, Blake. Sorry.
Blake Lively and her so-called dragon, Ryan Reynolds, are in serious hot water, and it's all thanks to Justin Baldoni refusing to back down. This lawsuit isn't fading into the background anytime soon, and Blake can already feel the walls closing in around her. She knows that if she crumbles, she won't just stumble, she'll completely shatter. And right now, she's doing everything in her power to prevent that. But here's the catch. Justin isn't looking for a quiet, behind-the-scenes settlement.
I'm just going to tell you, you're going to have to wait and see. It's coming up soon. But it's all going to be based on evidence. It's not going to be just a lawsuit. It's going to be the kind of lawsuit that is full of evidence, admissions, documents, which prove exactly what she did and how she bullied her way through the process to take over the movie and used her PR people to try and destroy Justin.
Not even close. He wants the world to see every single detail of this messy battle, and he's making sure the fight plays out in full view. He's standing firm, ready to take this all the way to court. And his lawyer? Well, they're making sure his voice is heard loud and clear. Blake assumed that Justin Baldoni would eventually.
One of the co-founders of Wayfarer, his production company, is Steve Sarowitz. And there's no sorrow with him because Steve Sarowitz is a billionaire.
Back down, convinced that he simply didn't have the resources to take them on. And in a way, she was right. But at the same time, she was completely wrong. Yes, high-profile legal battles drain an insane amount of money. And there's no denying that Blake and Ryan have a financial advantage. They have significantly deeper pockets than Justin. But what Blake doesn't realize is that Justin isn't spending a single dime on his legal team. That's right. In a shocking twist of fate, a billionaire has stepped in to back Justin, flipping the entire game on its head. Blake and Ryan once had the upper hand purely because of their wealth. But thanks to Justin's billionaire ally, Steve Sarowitz, that advantage has vanished. Blake Lively may have her so-called dragons, but Justin Baldoni? He has a dragon slayer. See, accusations of harassment can destroy a career unless they're completely disproven. And unless Blake Lively issues an unconditional apology and signs off on an 8-figure settlement, Justin is ready to take this battle all the way to a verdict. Just like Johnny Depp did. To make matters worse for Blake, her legal team doesn't seem to be doing her any favors. They should be pushing her to settle. Yet, for some reason, she refuses to apologize. Not only that, she won't even consider retracting her claims that Justin is a sexual harasser. This woman is doubling down.
To clear his name. And I think that's what's happening here. I don't think Blake Lively, and certainly Ryan Reynolds, they don't need money from Justin Baldoni. They're A-list celebrities, and they're worth a lot. And same thing, I think Justin Baldoni, obviously money is going to be more important to him, but he's fighting for his survival right now. If you have a reputation in Hollywood as being a harasser, that's a quick way to never make another film here again.
Like her entire career isn't hanging by a thread. At this point, the hatred between them is real. They're not just battling in court. They're waging war in the media. And let's be clear, they are nowhere near making peace. But let's shift the focus to Justin for a second. Unlike the typical Hollywood scandal where celebrities scramble to protect their reputations, Justin isn't playing the PR game. He isn't backing down. He isn't making desperate settlements. Instead, he's standing firm, like a man with absolutely nothing to hide. He's determined to see this fight through to the bitter end. Because, let's be real, Hollywood has a way of...
Justin Baldoni has reportedly been dropped from his talent agency WME after co-star Blake Lively, who is also represented by WME, filed a legal complaint accusing him of harassment and creating a hostile work environment on set of their blockbuster hit It Ends With Us.
...of destroying careers over mere allegations. And Justin isn't about to let that happen to him. He's not just fighting for his reputation, he's fighting to reclaim his good name. But more importantly, he wants back into his talent agency, the same agency that dropped him without hesitation the moment these accusations came to light. They didn't wait for the truth. They didn't give him a chance. They cut ties instantly. And now, Justin is on a mission to make them regret it. If Justin settles, people will assume he has something to hide. And that would be the end of his career. He knows it. That's exactly why he's ready to take this fight all the way. And guess what? The courts are right there with him. Justin's legal team has already informed...
To me, this does not help Blake Lively's case at all. This pettiness, these jokes, this isn't something you joke about. I'm with Justin's lawyer in this. This is a hugely sad thing to discover that Blake and Ryan thought this was worthy fodder to joke about. Because I don't find it funny. And I thought we weren't supposed to find it funny. It's not a he said, she said. Why were you cracking jokes about it in the movie? I'm sorry.
Judge Louis Lahn that any talk of settlement is premature. In other words, this case is going to trial. Period. No mediation. No behind-the-scenes deals. No quietly sweeping things under the rug. And Judge Lahn? He's on board. Now, the stage is set. March 2026 is shaping up to be one of the biggest legal showdowns Hollywood has ever seen. But here's where things get ugly. This lawsuit isn't just a legal nightmare for Blake. It's the beginning of a full-blown career implosion. Her once thriving hair care line, the one she wouldn't stop plugging during the It Ends With Us tour, it's tanking. Consumers are boycotting her brand, sales are plummeting, and investors are pulling out faster than she can do damage control. And, allegedly, Target is done. Word is they're seeing an overwhelming number of returns on Blake Lively's hair care line, Blake Brown, and they've decided to pull her products from shelves entirely because they're losing money. Her credibility is in shambles, and her brand is suffering the brutal consequences. And if you think that's bad, just wait, because Betty Buzz, her cocktail line, is reportedly next on the chopping block. This is no longer just a lawsuit. This is a total career collapse. And Blake? She's watching it all unravel in real time. And Ryan? Oh, he's feeling the heat too. Disney isn't happy. Not even a little bit. Disney isn't happy. Not even a little bit. If you haven't heard, rumors are swirling that Ryan allegedly mocked Justin Baldoni in some scenes of Deadpool 3. And Disney? They're not amused. In fact, word on the street is that Ryan has been given a serious ultimatum. Either tone down his edgy humor or he's out of Deadpool. Imagine that. Deadpool without Ryan Reynolds. Sounds insane, right? But Disney isn't messing around. They don't like controversy. And if Ryan doesn't play by their rules, he might just find himself on the outside looking in. But here's where things take an even more shocking turn. Money. A lot of it. We're talking about a $400 million lawsuit. Actor and director Justin Baldoni has officially sued his former co-star, Blake Lively, and her husband, Deadpool star Ryan Reynolds, for defamation. And this isn't just about reputation. Baldoni's lawsuit demands at least $400 million in damages, including lost future income. That's the kind of cash at stake here. And guess what? Financial evaluators have already taken a deep dive into Blake and Ryan's assets. If they lose this case, they could go bankrupt. Years of carefully building their Hollywood empires? Gone. Just like that. They'd be left with nothing. Forced to start from scratch. If Hollywood even lets them. This isn't just a lawsuit anymore. This is doomsday for Blake and Ryan. And the fallout? Oh, it's spreading. Fast. Blake and Ryan are the faces of some of the biggest brands in the world. But guess what? Those brands want nothing to do with bad press. If this lawsuit keeps dragging their names through the mud, those endorsement deals? Gone. Say goodbye to those multi-million-dollar contracts. And at some point, you have to ask yourself, was it even worth it? All Blake had to do was apologize. That's it. Swallow her pride, admit she was wrong, and move on. But no, she thought she could take Justin down. And now, it's looking like Justin is the one taking them down, in the most legally savage way possible. It's hard to imagine them coming out of this unscathed. And honestly, they did this to themselves. Hit the like button and subscribe to stay updated.